Crimes and criminals are the most dangerous aspects of this world, which nobody would intentionally want to face. As you all know the meaning of mafia, there is no intro needed. Crimes in Europe are not hot news in these past decades. The European continent is well known for its powerful criminals and their criminal activities, followed by the US. In this video, we will present the popular top 10 most powerful and dangerous gangs that existed and still exist in the continent of Europe. Make sure you stick to the video and watch it till the end. Let's go straight into the video of the mafia gangs and let's take a sneak peek at the terror atrocities of the European gangs. Number 10, we present to you the Galician clans. To know about this gang and its foundation, you must take a short history class. The Galician clans were arisen by the local fishermen of Galicia, a region in Spain where the fishing industry collapsed, and then in order to survive stably, they started to smuggle tobacco illegally. With their victory, they formed into groups and started to smuggle hashish and cocaine to their Moroccan and Colombian trader contacts. This gang started as a local group, and it has raised its business activities to an international level as a criminal gang that occasionally commits murders, torture, and kidnappings. The 9th place goes to the 36 Boys of Germany. This gang was formed by the teenagers of the Turkish community in order to protect their community. Turkish immigrants from the increasing racist violence pressure crushing them during the rising economic crisis of the early 1980s in Germany. Their crew, too, have a solid reason for the name. They took it from the former Berlin postal code Südost 36. Nice one. In Germany, there were approximately 3 million Turks, and there was increasing violence against them back during those days. So at that time, this rebellious gang was in power, and the gang was active from the 1980s to the 1990s, party of nearly 300 to 400 members, and is still known for the wars they battled with the warriors, skinheads, and the Nazis. How do they pronounce this? 36 or 36? Whatever. Pretty cool gang and rebellious, isn't it? Now, moving on to the next formidable squad. Number 8, we have the dangerous Serbian gang in Scandinavia. This menace crime gang of Sweden and Denmark, popularly called the Yugo Mafia, is an organized criminal gang formed in the 1970s by the mass immigrants of Yugoslav guest workers to the Sweden region. Stockholm and Copenhagen are marked as their powerhouses. They are primarily proficient in trafficking larger amounts of illegal drugs, namely heroin, marijuana, and cocaine, through Denmark and Sweden, surpassing the Turks and Albanians and their forbidden business. Moving on to number 7, the British Yardies. The name sounds pretty cool and normal type, right? But this name has a short history, and later this was used to refer to this criminal gang. The word yardie is a common term used for government yard housing projects in Frenchtown, residents of a neighborhood in West Kingston, Jamaica. In the past, most of the Caribbean community came to England for many years solely for employment reasons. This word was widely used by the people of that time to describe those immigrant people who were lower in their financial status. The British Yardies is the recent term used for the gang, which consists of a culture of gun crime and drugs, mostly marijuana and cocaine. Now we have our number 6, the Roma gangs. The Roma gang, also known as the Gypsies, have been a section of the Eastern European landscape for many centuries and are known to cause hurdles. They live in the outskirts and camps outside the cities, and they are reported to cause fierce criminal activities in major cities like London, Paris, and Dublin, and committing nearly 1,000 crimes in and across Belgium, Germany, and France. In 5th place, it's Marseille, France, the French Connection. Marseille is fondly known as the Chicago of the South and the heroin city, and has an unpleasant, murderous history of crimes in organized groups and violent gangs with remorseless activities, sustaining the deadly dark side image of the city. At number 4 is the Hellbanians. As their name might suggest, they are a shameless and treacherous Albanian gang. The Helbanians are considered extremely terrific as they ruthlessly engage in too much ruthless gang violence in the inhuman blood turf wars on the opponents, and they are ruling the East London cocaine trade with a strong upper hand. They also boast them and their gang motto as they consider themselves that they are the god of streets on their social media platforms. Number 3, Solntsevskaya Bratva, Russia. This dicey gang began its operations in the 1980s in the district of Moscow. This gang is wide and their connections are on a diverse global level. The criminal activities of this gang led to a criminal named Semyon Mogilevich, the founder of this gang, and several names linked up to this gang. They are Dzimil Kachets and Sergei Mikhailov. In the 90s, Semyon Mogilevich changed the way the gang operates by changing their gaze toward the banking sector, expanding their illegal market, and starting to engage in most of the illegal criminal activities, including hacking, money laundering, prostitution, racketeering, credit card fraud, arms dealing, and human trafficking. At number 2, we have the Pink Panthers. To add to their fame, their activities are on a whole different level. Their motto and execution style is unique and fascinating. This gang is the most successful and the largest diamond thieves, with reported 370 heists worth over $500 million. This gang operates on the basis of networks of teammates with ex-Yugoslavia military training who battled in the Bosnian Wars, and this gang has DARE along military discipline with expert-level planning, accompanied with various specialized skills of safe-cracking, handling alarms, stealing cars. They are using all their efforts and knowledge to rob in 35 countries. Is something ringing a bell? The OG money heist. Slightly cool, don't you think so? And at number 1, we have the Camorra, Italy. This gang, when traced back to its roots, is known to have originated in the 18th century in the Campania region of Italy. This gang is decentralized with its authority, therefore no centralized leader, and it works in clans independently of each other's clans. The Camorra organization was reported to have around 111 clans. This gang has its trademark to be more violent and yet most influential among the other Italian clans in Europe. Italian clans are considered to be the most terrific, and this clan is surely one of them. This gang has also recently expanded its influence into the United Kingdom and the United States. The Camorra gang has expanded their illegal doings and illegal markets in areas of Emilia-Romagna, Lombardy, Piedmont, and Tuscany. Barbarous business. Now moving forward to the next segment of gangs that are popular yet not mentioned above in the list. Europe is not short of gangsters and gangs. Some other criminal gangs are not mentioned in the list, but still have been known popularly across Europe for their vast, illegal, notorious criminal offenses and stubborn practices to harm ordinary people. To name a few of them, they are the Hells Angels, originated in the United States, still have an iron fist presence in European countries. This motorcycle gang is involved in various criminal actions, primarily in drug trafficking. The Irish Mob, termed for the criminal group that has their origins Irish American or Ireland. The Albanian Mafia, the Westies, the Winter Hill Gang. The other deadly dangerous arisen mafia, named the 'Ndrangheta Mafia, one of the oldest mafia groups, ancient since the 18th century and now the largest mafia group in Italy and the whole world. Police are continuously investigating in all possible manners, succeeding in their efforts slow and steadily. This mafia gang does all sorts of crimes possibly required to keep their markets alive. So that is today's video, guys. Comment your thoughts and subscribe to the channel and comment on what you want to see in the next video.